Hello, P-Tech Norwalk. I hope everyone's had a great semester so far. PTN Studios is off hiatus, and we proudly present to you Episode 11. Limerence. Noun. The state of being infatuated with another person. Everyone is in a state of limerence for Justin.
Hi P-Tech, I'm Ava Levitt, and today I'm here with
Audra Lehman.
And to start us off, Audra, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself personally and then what you do for a living?
Sure. So my name is Audra Lehman. I'm 32 years old. I grew up in the Midwest, currently live in New York, and I work in finance for Energizer.
So where did you go to college?
Purdue University.
How did you begin this career?
So it wasn't a very linear path I took to get here. I started out doing a couple of other things not very related to finance. But then ended up working as a contract worker for the company that was acquired by Energizer. So that's kind of how I ended up.
So what do you like to do for fun?
I like to run, take long walks to the city, play with my cat.
Okay, so what would you say is the best part about your job?
So I like the amount of autonomy I have in my position. I can kind of set like my own schedule, my own priorities to get through the day, but I also do have like a good boss that I can go to when I need help with anything.
That's good.
Yeah.
What does a typical day of your work look like?
So it changes based on the time of the year. Like, of course, if it's like end of month, end of quarter, end of year, there's definitely a focus on like clearing out all of the financials, of course, all that fun stuff. But in general, I just have certain reports I run every day, and then certain companies that I'm in constant communication with.
So tell me about your biggest accomplishment.
So like I was saying, I worked for a company that was, the division was acquired by Energizer. So going through that combining of everything was definitely a huge task. It was 3 years ago and we're still kind of working on some stuff, but for the most part I've gotten through it.
What made you want to work for Energizer?
Well, like I said, I kind of ended up at Energizer, but I like being there. It's a good company to work for. I'm glad I did end up there. I'd say there's a lot of support there, so it's a good place to be.
How long have you been working for them?
7 years.
Alright, so if someone wanted to get into this career, what path should they take and what should they major in college?
So I majored in economics, but any related finance field, accounting, anything like that.
Do you have any other last advice you'd like to tell our P-Tech scholars?
Just to work hard, enjoy high school, and good luck.
Alright, well thank you for joining us today, and I will see you next time, P-Tech Norwalk.
Pakistan is a country notable for its diverse landscape of hills, valleys, mountains, and rivers. After a year's worth of drought condition, Pakistan's diverse landscape is slammed with torrential rains, causing the Indus River to overflow and wash away numerous villages, leaving almost 8 million people with no food or water. So far, the extreme conditions have killed more than 1,500 people, including 552 children. Due to the increased number of flood-related risks, including a lack of critical infrastructure, UNICEF, officially known as the United Nations Children Fund, is collaborating with the United Nations in assisting the Pakistani government in delivering drinking water, medical supplies, food, and hygiene kits to everyone affected by the floods. In UNICEF's ambition to assist children affected by the floods, they've established more than 200 temporary learning centers to help children cope with trauma and resume a typical routine. UNICEF is also accepting public contributions to continue assisting Pakistan to bounce back from its current troubles. Pakistan's planning minister, Ahsan Iqbal, cited climate change as the root cause of its natural disaster, with the climate change minister, Sherry Rehman, calling the floods, quote, the worst climate event for the century, not just for Pakistan, but for the whole world. Pakistan is in a crisis and needs as much help from countries as possible to regain strength and stability and to reach a new future. Every year, the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded to people who have, quote, done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. This year, the Nobel Peace Prize is jointly awarded to one individual and two organizations, AL's Bialyatsky in Belarus, the Center for Civil Liberties in Ukraine, and Memorial, an international human rights organization based in Russia. This prize is very relevant to the world around us due to it having an effect on the war in Ukraine. The ideas of these organizations are to document everything so that when all the chaos is over, they can push forward the message of everlasting peace in our lifetime. He and the organization seek to document and prevent atrocities from ever happening again. With the war crimes committed in the war between Russia and Ukraine, all parties seek to prevent war from spilling over into the cities. According to the Norwegian Nobel Committee Chair, quote, we seek to document these atrocities and make people aware that these crimes are being committed all around them. We see that from the mass support of the Nobel Committee, along with citizens of Russia and Belarus, that this award was clearly earned by all recipients.